Okay, so once you've let the dough rest for around half an hour, it's going to look like this. So it's gone flatter obviously, and it's relaxed quite a lot. So it looks like that, so just make sure you keep it covered. And now what you're going to do is prepare your bowl that you're going to prove your dough in. So you need a bowl which is something similar to this. It doesn't really matter what shape it is particularly, as long as it's deep enough to fit the dough in. And you're going to use a cloth to actually prove the whole dough in. So the best thing to do is cover it sort of flat first of all, and then use flour to cover the cloth. And you just want to cover it so that it's got an equal covering over the top. And then push it in a little bit further. Try not to get too many creases in the dough. Try not to knock too much flour off, just like I did there. And make sure it goes all the way over the top. Something like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to shape the dough. Alright, so what you do is you'll need a little bit of flour for this, but not too much. So first of all, put some flour on the top of the dough. Put a little bit of flour on the bench that you're working on. And then what you're going to do is turn the dough upside down. That's going to be this is skin side is going to be the part that sits on the dough, on the banneton there that you've made. So pick the dough up and turn it over. Just make sure that it's not sticking to the table. And there's lots and lots of different ways of doing this. You can see them all online, and different ways of stretching the dough. But the best way that I found for stretching the dough for a banneton like this one is you're going to pull the corners towards the middle and continue to pull them until there's so much tension that you can't pull them anymore. That's what this is look like. That is what this looks like. This is what that looks like. Okay, so put it to the centre. Put it to the centre again. Stretch it out. Okay, and you're stretching out these parts and you're turning them over until you've got like a package like that, and you can see all the aeration in the dough. Okay, and then what you're going to do again is just continue to do that. So you can pull it and then fold it. And I'm doing this quite gently so that I'm not losing any gas from inside the dough. So I'm just going to continue to do it until I get all the way around to the other side, like that. And there's a soft part on top here which is quite sticky. So what I'm going to do is turn it over and then do the same thing we did before, where you pull the dough towards you. So you cup your hand underneath and use the scraper to pull the dough towards you. This hand here pulls it. So you got that. And what you can see there is the tension is being built up again in the dough, and it's now sitting in a nice boule shape. So what we're going to do now is cover it in flour to stop it sticking to the banneton. Make sure it's covered all the way around. And what we do in industry is you pick it up and you dump it into a big load of flour and then drop it straight in. But you obviously just working at home, you just cover it a little bit, scrape it up, turn it upside down, and then you're just going to drop it gently into the banneton there. And what you can do is just to give it a little bit more tension is you can just pinch it in the centre like that. And then what I do just to make sure that it's not going to stick on the sides, because the dough is made of quite a lot of water, it really wants to stick. So just make sure that as it rises in the fridge that it's not going to stick. Cover a bit more flour. Alright, so what you're going to do now is you're going to pop that into the fridge and you're going to let it prove overnight. Don't worry about covering it. So this is cold fermentation, and it's going to prove overnight, and then tomorrow morning you'll be able to bake it. All right.